People have built some really cool things at spawn. There was a legendary NFE base, there was Wrath Outpost, and a whole goddamn ocean. And I always thought that these projects set the bar high for what is classed as a cool spawn build. But more recently, in my 3 months of 2b2t experience, I've come to realise that it's not what you build or how it looks. It's how hard you're willing to try to make it work. So without further ado, let's get into the lengths that I'll go to have some fun at spawn. That intro might have seemed a tad dramatic for a race course video, but I really wanted to use one of Lemino's songs and I couldn't disrespect the guy by using it on a bad intro. But sadly that intro wasn't very informative, so here's what's happening. After the roller coaster we built for the last video went so well, Cacti, Mickey and I knew that we had to do something similar again, but I mean we couldn't just build another roller coaster, cause you know, what kind of video is just rebuilding the same thing repeatedly? So we came up with the idea to have some sort of track similar to the roller coaster, but where the player has a little more control. Once you set off on the roller coaster, there's not really much to do but sit back and enjoy, but if we found a way to give the player a way to control their ride, they might enjoy it more. But there's no cars in Minecraft, so we needed some kind of an alternative, and we were kind of limited on options really, to basically just boats and horses. And this was quite an easy choice, since horses are really hard to get, and we'd have to find 2 and bring them to spawn, and then also set up a breeding station and constantly breed them. Boats on the other hand, well, a boat's just 5 planks. And also, boats can be taken on many different surfaces. Obviously there's water, but some of you may know that one of the fastest speeds achievable in vanilla Minecraft is by taking a boat on ice. So if we could collect enough ice to make the floor of the race course out of ice, we could go pretty damn fast. We had no solid plans yet for where we'd be taking the race course, but I had used my artistic skills to figure out how we would build it, and I came up with this. What you can see here is an ice floor surrounded on 3 sides by obsidian, with a 3 high glass wall, and a roof that we decided not to make any proper plans for, so that we'd have something to play around with during the build. In the background you're seeing me and Cacti fuck with Mickey, but I'll just quickly change that to this, which is a station that we'd set up about 5,000 blocks away from spawn to collect ice and also to collect sand and smelt it into glass. It was at this spot that we gathered over 2 shulkers of glass and 2 shulkers of ice for our project, which was enough for almost 600 blocks of track. We had some other people coming to help us with the build the next day and a few shulkers of building materials that we planned to use for the roof. So at this point we had all the materials we needed but not enough time left in the day to start the build, so we went to bed. The next day I was the first to get in the server and I went to spawn to check it out, since spawn on 2b2t changes constantly. This time we got lucky and we had a nice clear area at 0-0 to start the course out at, so I went ahead and started taking the race course down a few blocks since we wanted to take the course into the water cube because we thought it would look cool. Oh yeah, also you remember what I said about horses being a bad option since we'd have to bring them to spawn and breed them? Well, when I got there, B11 had already done that and even offered me one, so I guess it's not as hard as I thought it would be. But anyway, let's get back to me building the start of the race course where I'd brought the level down to the same as the top of the water cube so we could have a turn or 2 before we started descending into the water. After a nice smooth right turn, I kind of ran out of room to work with at that level, so I started to take the course down into the water cube, going 2 blocks forward for each block down to try and make the descent a little bit smoother. And then we got another YouTuber cameo. Fast Vincent 1, a 2b2t history YouTuber, was doing a stream at the time and came to 0-0, so I challenged his stream chat to guess what we were building.
What are you guys building? Are you guys building a fight club or something? It looks like you're building like a... Don't know. Chat, what are they building? Or maybe they're just making a huge path. Oh wait, no, the Southern Canal. Wait, they're building a canal. They're building a canal, I think. Or maybe they're building a roller coaster. I don't know. Chat, what are they building?
He got a lot closer than I'd expected actually, since I guess our race course is kind of a canal, just a lot faster. His chat didn't get any closer than the canal guess either. But anyway, after I got to the right level and put a few bends in the track to keep it interesting, I ended up taking it to the left. At this point, Mickey finally got on the server, so I had some help, and we also laid down ice at the start of the track to get a feel for what our course would be like once it was finished.
Wait, yeah, okay, do you want me to go pick up the shulkers now, or...
And from there we put fences at the start of the track to keep people from just flying straight off, and we also started building the glass walls for the underwater section of the track. And then some random guy started to break the ice, so me and Cacti had to give him a beating. We chased him around a while until he eventually logged right in the middle of our race course.
You ain't getting out of this bitch alive. No one breaks my rules.
Oh, dude, that is so much damage. Oh shit. He's only got pants. Dude, this is really
Yes!
He logged!
That's perfect.
That is so perfect. That's easy hour.
Cacti and I were concerned that even if we killed this guy, he'd come back with another gear set and continue to grief. Ice is an instant break with a pickaxe, so it really wouldn't be hard for him. But the fact that he logged was perfect for us, since even if he re-queued with priority queue instantly, we'd have at least an hour before he got back in. But the peace didn't last for long, as someone who was meant to be helping us with the course ended up calling over some friends to disrupt us, so Cacti and I once again had a fight, except this time against 2 people instead of 1.
Fortunate.
Yeah, I think it's only by Sunday.
That meme when we're friended. What?
Oh yeah, I'm going to Big Mini's place.
Stay as close as you can to Target. Don't let him run away in XP because his leggings are low. Because it's right.
I chased him till he escaped, and though I would have liked to have killed him, I think he got the message since we didn't see him for the rest of the day.
He logged, I think. No, he didn't log, but he's at the pole somewhere.
So we just went back to building our race course. Someone else who'd been chilling at spawn made a taco stand.
Fish tacos without tacos. No, I'm on the menu. One alive chicken. One fish taco without a taco for one kiss. I like when it can be.
And then someone else blew it up.
I think he's like...
So I blew them up.
Oh no.
The circle of 2b2t's.
Oh!
He blew up the fucking taco thing. He blew up the fish taco place.
Aside from the destruction of the fish taco stall, our race course was going well at this point. All our team was online and helping out, and we got into the groove, so everything was moving smoothly, and we started laying down track the fastest we had all day. Cacti also started putting the roof on the underwater sections of the track, while I laid ice on the floor and also began work on a long straight, since at no point in the track so far could anyone reach the top speed of the boat.
So that you actually obviously can make it.
Once Cacti had finished the roof off for the start of the track, I went back and drained out the water so we could finally try the course out. This did uncover an issue where going down the ramps would kick you out of the boat, probably due to some part of the anti-cheat that got confused when the boat was in midair or falling, but you could easily fix it by just going down the ramp slowly. It was also a lot harder to control a boat on ice in low TPS than we'd anticipated. There were horses at the taco shop for some reason, so I decided to see how a horse would fare on our racetrack, and I drowned it within a minute.
You killed the
Oh
horse.
fuck!
Oh!
After the tragic loss of my horse, I set a length for our first long straight and got to filling in the obsidian and ice for it using the scaffold module. The straight was over 100 blocks long, which should be more than enough to reach the top speed of the boat. At the end of the straight, I made a nice smooth turn since the more harsh ones at the beginning of the track had proved to be a bit problematic, so I wanted to see if a longer turn might be a bit better, and Mickey gave me a hand with building it. Once we had come out of the turn, we went into another long straight, since making corners is complicated and I couldn't be bothered, but we had also started to run low on materials, so the plan was to keep continuing the straight until we ran out. Just as we were coming to the end of what we'd gathered, one of my Discord mods, link in the description by the way, turned up with a shulker of glass and a shulker of ice for us to continue the course. With the ice and glass that we just got, we finished off most of the course that we built so far and drained it of water, so we could go back up top again and have a race. And I decided to sabotage Mickey at the beginning because why would I not?
I'm going. I'm going.
Am I gonna win again?
I'm gonna win again. I'm winning this one. Now I know I have to
I
tap
broke
up.
Mickey's boat, go! This is so laggy! My boat just
Oh,
broke,
whoa.
dude! Go, Mickey, go!
The chestnut.
Oh,
I
no.
could be
How do you
wrong.
know?
I could be wrong, but there's water that is here that wasn't there in the screenshot. How does this happen?
We were very literally on the finishing straight now, however I was on my own since Cacti was off PvPing and keeping a griefer at bay by holding him in the nether and Mickey had DC'd. Despite that though, I had no intention of building something boring. Here is the design that I was going for. It's like the rave tunnel that we had for the roller coaster except using glass and ice instead of coloured wool. The idea behind this is that both ice and glass are see-through and we wanted people to be able to see out the sides of the course whilst going through it. We also had an excess of ice and we were running out of glass, so this was a way to make our course as long as possible. Just as I was finishing up the final straight, I got kicked, but this did mean that I got to watch Cacti beat up the guy who gave him his first death in months after he got stuck in a block.
He left.
Oh, that's good.
An hour later I got back in, repaired the damage from a few small griefs and put the finishing touches on the tunnel. We never actually got to finish using all of our materials since the tunnel ran into a desert biome which meant that the walls started to melt, but despite the troubles our beautiful race course was finally finished.
In memory of
Yeah, what the
Cacti,
sign say? I want to read the
please.
sign. I want to read the sign.
Hey look, the sign said it, not me. But anyway, at this point it was almost 2 AM for me and I had school the next day, so I placed a boat down for my one victory run of our race course before bed, and I got kicked. Yeah, there's always a silver lining though, because this meant that I now got to watch live as Mickey Moo tried to complete a single half-decent run of the race course for a YouTube video. So this one's on me. Enjoy what is possibly the best thing I've ever recorded. See ya. She's run into every wall. She's run into every wall. How has she run into that before? She's doing it. Oh my god, how is she doing it? I could re-queue in the time it's going to take her to get to the end. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, let's see. That's she stopped. She literally stopped, and she still hit the wall. Oh no! Look, she's gonna read that sign on the left and break it. Oh my god! She's on definitely.
Dargan, I
That
can't
sign
believe
twice.
you put the sign there.
She turned around. She turned around for. I'm counting by the way. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She's got out of the boat. She got
Oh
out
my
of
God.
the boat.
Well, here we go. Here we
Oh, one.
The boat. Oh, she's gonna
Oh my god!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Me, oh my god.
Oh, God is real. God is real. I'm a believer. I'm a
What are you-
believer.